this rider, top privateer in the 2002 Supercross Series, wrenched by myself to that accolade. It's Nick Way. What's up, NYK?
Oh, hey, boys. What's up?
Hey, Nick.
What's up, dude?
I figured since I had everybody in the same room, seeing how you guys are all vet racers.
Right. Oh, here we
I just
go.
wanna
He
kinda
wants to talk
follow-
about Loretta Lynn's.
Yeah, I want to follow up with Valade, see about this rule change, see if we've made any calls.
What rule change?
Well, so I don't know if you've heard, Paul, but they're trying to talk about the 40-plus class being a sportsman class.
Oh, you're going to have to carry your rifle on the back
I
with
know,
me.
I
You'll
know.
be with me.
I'll be battling Paul
no,
with my rifle.
That means you can't race it.
I know. Thanks.
Why? What's the? I'm out of this. What's the story? What's the deal?
No, so Loretta Lynn's, I think they're the plus 40 class is now going to be, we don't know
I did
yet.
heard this. I did hear
That
this.
it might become a
remember.
sportsman class, which you can't have ever scored any national points ever
Okay.
to be able to ride that class.
Yeah. Now that's plus 30, right?
Well, currently
Yes.
it's plus 30, yes.
Right.
But now they're talking about making it for plus 40 as well.
And plus 30.
Yes.
So what do guys like you do?
I go.
Yeah, right. That's my only beef. Valade just straight up doesn't race ever again.
Yeah, I just don't race. I guess just go work.
They need to bring a 35 class back in.
Well, they said there was like a
They have it's like an all-star 35.
35
plus or
vet,
something.
yeah, vet plus.
Okay,
But the thing is I get it. If you want to exclude like Mike Brown and stuff, I get it. But maybe like you had to be, I don't know, top 10 in the series or something at some point. I don't know, like some
Yeah,
some sort of cutoff.
scoring a point doesn't. I mean, let's be honest. It's not that big of a deal for a lot of guys.
No.
You know.
Well, it's obviously a certain level of riders,
It
but
is,
at the
but-
same time, Randy hasn't ridden much in the last, 10, 15 years.
But hold on. Let's be honest. Who thinks Randy's really going to go to Loretta's? I mean,
I
Well,
have
I'm
a
just- I'm holding
screenshot
on- I'm holding
of a
on.
text.
Yeah.
We're holding hope. We're holding
Yeah,
hope.
I was thinking about making an effort this year.
Randy,
Yes.
you're not going to do that.
No, I will.
No, I agree.
No,
he
I
won't.
won't.
He
No-
won't.
no
Why?
chance.
Why would I not?
You won't.
Why?
I just don't think you will.
No, I'll take any kind of money bet on this. Just about.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
because
not-
you got to go to the
Randy,
area.
You gotta, yeah, you
gotta
do
practice. You got to get a
practicing.
bike.
You live
You
in
got to go
Huntington.
to the regional.
That's the biggest.
You
That's
live
the
in
big,
Huntington.
That's the biggest issue. Steve.
How are you
I
going to
live-
ride in Huntington?
I don't. I got to drive all the way to Paul.
That's what I'm
2
saying.
Come
hours.
over the mountain.
I
Come
hate
on
going over
over.
the mountain.
I
So-
can't get him over the mountain
So
anymore.
I
He
do
doesn't
not.
c- he doesn't
I do
wanna
not
come.
think Randy Valade will race Loretta's. Nick.
Well,
I just.
This is like a motivation. This is basically a motivational call on my behalf here.
Okay.
Yeah, I could
I
tell.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. If I could ride 40, I'd probably go. If
No,
I
see-
can't,
That's
like,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Nick,
saying. We need to talk to some people.
He has a built-in cop out now, Nick. Now for years he's gonna say, "Well, I would have raced it that year, but they changed the rule.
Well,
I
I
can't."
know.
do
I
that."
called him when I saw. I got the email
Yeah,
of
we've had
proposed
this.
class changes, and I'm like, oh. And I called Randy like right away, and there's been like 3 or 4 follow-ups about, did you call anybody?
Of course he didn't.
there's
No.
nothing set in stone. But
He's not
no.
doing it. There's no chance. You're not doing it, Randy.
I mean, I could be pretty good if I rode.
You would be pretty good. He is. He's
I could
Not
be
as
pretty
as
good
Ryan.
if
He
I
is.
Not as good
rode.
as Ryan.
Oh.
Ooh.
What'd you say?
Yeah, not as good as Ryan.
Oh, he was good last year.
What?
You
So,
got- you
but
got
so
Ryan.
Kiefer's good to go. He never scored.
No.
Oh no,
Kiefer
he made a
says-
main.
yeah.
No, he made a main.
Yeah. Keeper has scored a point.
So he's out.
So he's out.
Yeah.
He's out.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it ruins like Barry Carson. He out, right?
You think has Barry scored some points?
Yeah, but he's like 50. He's like 50 plus. Too,
Yeah,
also,
but
right?
he
Something like
can
that, right?
he has to ride 40 and 50, right? Because that's the only 2 classes he can ride. So like he's not
Oh,
just want to
okay.
go there for one class, right?
Why?
Like,
Well, why would he?
Is this affecting his pro taper support?
he's a rental guy.
Is he?
Oh,
Yeah,
They do come stock on his RMZs, and
Yeah.
he probably
Yeah.
the bar ends probably never hit the dirt,
No.
so he don't need much.
Barry ain't changing bars. No, Barry ain't
Barry
changing
is
bars.
smooth. He's smooth.
Well, so I didn't know any of this, but I still think no matter what the rule is, Randy's not doing Loretta's. He's got to go to multiple races. He lives in Huntington.
I got to go to 2 races. That's it.
3
Well,
Loretta's.
if I go to
Yeah.
3 races.
no,
okay.
technically he could just go to Paula twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Area and regional, and then he just says, I don't know, man. Somebody take my bike to Loretta's. I might show up.
I am Nick. Trust me, I'm on board. That's why I screenshot this thing. I want it to happen, but
Dude, and that's Randy. This is going to cost you $15K.
no,
No.
Yes.
no, no.
Yeah,
he
ask
can do it
Kiefer.
for cheaper.
Ask Kiefer.
Well,
It's
it can be
fi-
done cheaper than that.
He said he spent $15K.
Yeah.
it can be,
at
it can
doing
be
the whole
done
thing.
cheaper. It
Well,
can
if
be
I
done-
gotta spend 15K, I'm out. There's no way.
Where did my man stay? Where did
Right?
my man stay?
Ritz Carlton.
Okay. I guess he went to Hangtown for one of those things.
yeah, but that's not a.
Randy
that's not-
wouldn't do that.
Well, yeah,
No,
but
I'm gonna
that's
go to
not it.
Paula.
What?
I'm gonna go to Paula.
Yeah.
Wherever they're right, I'm gonna
Right,
go.
right.
Yeah,
Kiefer,
yeah, yeah.
Kiefer went to Paula and to
And
you know.
and Keever's talking about all the driving expenses and race fees and
okay, but if Randy's going to cost you $7K.
no, I don't think it'll cost him that much. And
I don't think it's going to cost me that much at all. I'm going to pay for the area
You got to give
qualifier.
somebody to take your bike. You can't
Oh,
just.
Pro Taper's going to drive there.
yeah, Pro Taper will be there
Oh,
for like
Randy's not going to be in the van, but Pro Taper's
yeah.
going to drive there.
yeah.
All right, okay, so
mean,
all right, so
This
maybe
is
you.
what I'm saying too, Steve. Like, what's up? Like, all this riding. I feel like you need to show up too.
Oh, no chance.
Certainly
yes.
you
No
scored
chance.
points
Why
on the
not?
Manitoba title.
No, yeah, I've never scored points at a national. I do have Manitoba titles. I believe
I
that's
would
fine. Though.
I would love
yeah, I
to.
think you're good.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude.
attending Loretta's and doing Loretta's would do wonders for your show.
That track looks like hell.
It
It looks
is.
like
Yeah,
Beirut.
that would be better for you than like a fast.
Yes.
Than a fast flat track. Like for sure, you would do better there than any other
I
track.
do like
Yes,
Paris.
exactly.
I do like Paris.
Oh, it's slower than Paris.
no, I know, but the ruts. Paris is the only thing that ruts up in California, right? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. So
Well, and I'm just saying, like, to the fact of like you do better in more technical stuff than you would be like
There-
being at Glen Helen at like 9 a.m.
there's. I don't think I would qualify. I really don't think I qualify. I'm not fast enough. There's no way.
How old are you?
There's no chance. 46.
They have a 45 class.
I don't think they do. I think it's just 30, 40, 50, I think. Now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not fast enough. There's no way.
Everybody, you're underestimating your athleticism.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I used to say you're an athletic big man, but now it's you're an athletic slim man.
I got more to go though.
Speaking of this, do we not have an exclusive sponsorship on the e-bike? What are we doing here?
I'm intense. Yeah, I'm an intense guy.
What are you doing the other day?
The Intense gentleman, the gentleman over at Intense, allowed me to go test the Yamaha. I am Blue Crew on the moto side, and I ran it by my Intense people, and they were more than happy to let me out of my deal for one day to go and ride the Yamaha e-bike.
Wow.
Tight.
Randy, I was going to use the word athlete. Randy would just start laughing though again.
No, I mean, you actually. I mean, I gotta give it to you, dude. You're putting in some work.
I put in some more.
I know.
A lot of hours on the mountain bike.
Yeah, yeah,
When he mountain bikes, dude, it's work.
yeah.
Like he's grinding. It's a punishment out
I
there.
don't
Like
put-
Yeah, because he doesn't use the easy mode like you guys
I'm
called
not
it
putting
earlier.
my bike in top mode and riding around.
look, I'm just saying, do it once or twice.
No.
No fun. No fun allowed.
He's certainly sensitive on what mode he's in. That's
He
for sure.
is.
I
I'm
rode
very-
I rode you once or twice in Utah, and he was like, "What mode you in? What mode you in?" I'm like, he's like, "Oh, I'm in mode 2 here a little bit. I got to confess, I'm in mode 2 here for a second. I went going back to mode 1. I'm like, dude, nobody's judging me. We're out here like
He
birds
is.
are chirping.
He's a mode Nazi.
John Tomac's coming up the hill.
How about
Don't
when we
hit on him.
How about when we saw John Tomac? I still tell people about that. Just fucking out of the saddle up a hill.
Yeah, we almost smoked him head on.
He probably was.
That'd have been a good story.
Yeah, he was probably disgusted with us at e-bikes. Just disgusted.
This is after we just did a photo shoot with some bear tracks.
Yeah. Exactly right. Exactly.
Just escaped death. This
What-
bear almost stomped me.
So, did you see the start of mine at World Vets when I went sideways, or the guy went sideways and took me out?
Yeah, you needed Chuck, Welder Chuck's start hook or something.
Well, I had a Works Connection starting advice. My point is your son also didn't get a great jump off the line on your social feed.
That was
there.
Gate Prepper's fault
Gay Pepper's fault.
for sure.
Oh.
It's
What do you mean?
concrete. It's
That-
concrete.
No, we're talking about. Are we talking about the AZ Open start?
No, we're talking about Swap Moto. Start.
Never mind then.
Swap Moto series.
Oh, I was the last one to sign up. There was like a full gate. What do you want from me?
I mean, I don't know. I just
He whole shot.
did he really?
He did. He still got it. Yeah.
Did I not watch the whole
That was-
clip? Or?
that
I
was
think you-
Superman.
clearly
that was
you-
against Superman.
you stopped
That's a
watching.
stock fight.
Oh, okay. All right. My bad then. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But all right. Well, what's your best Randy Valade story, NYK? What's your best one that you can tell on the air?
My best Randy Valade story.
Yeah.
Can't be told.
I don't know.
on
I
air.
I keep bringing up the ones where I'm like, I apologize because I ran over his head. And then one time on the first lap, we crashed in the first turn together, must be. And then I came back past him and I hit him on a jump, and we both crashed, and he dislocated his shoulder.
Oh.
St. Louis.
These are things that I've been telling him multiple times when I see him because I have time
Yeah.
at these amateur races where we're hanging. I'm like, I'm sorry that time I ran your head over in the first turn at Portland.
In St. Louis.
Well, St. Louis is when he jumped on me. Yeah.
Oh, he jumped on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was this
Are we
is,
snag bar? I
is
don't
this
know. I don't
is this Nick Way Pro Circuit days or Nick Way? What is this?
YOT? I think,
YOT
right?
days?
Yeah, I think it's YOT.
Yep. Jumped right on you.
Crashed in the first turn, took Valade's head down, consciously pointed out that night.
Nice. I like that. What race was that?
Wasn't a good day for me.
No, St. Louis.
Oh, that was St. Louis too?
Yeah, it was St. That's where. Yeah, that's where we crashed.
Okay.
Same race.
Oh, I thought you said you ran over your head.
Oh no, that was at Portland. That was a local race.
That was a
Oh,
different- that was a
I'm
different time.
trying to
That
keep
was a
the
different
Valade Nick
No, I
Rice
get it.
story.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I
so
get it.
Portland
Yeah,
ran over your head.
yeah,
time. Yeah.
yeah. First turn. First turn.
He was giving me a hard time, but I said, dude, I was trying not to run your neck over, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
Randy was a pretty talented rider. We all know, right? When his racing career, there was some standout rides here and there in Valade's career. Was there ever a point, Randy, where you were as good as Nick or better on a practice track? And if so, did Nick lose his shit?
I wouldn't say I was ever better than him. No.
No.
There was a few times where I think where we would practice, and I felt like I was getting to be at his level.
Yep.
I guess I should say.
Yep.
But was there ever a day where I was just like, I'm fucking better than him right now? Absolutely not.
Okay. And so how was Nick's
There was
reaction?
to be fair, there was a lot of times we were really the same.
Yeah, there were some days, that
There
we.
was a lot of times. Yeah.
Okay.
But
All right.
He definitely outperformed the races more so than me.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you were probably tired from driving and
Ah,
taking mini thins.
Right. Right.
Right. So
Mini things.
remember mini thins?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what they are exactly. I remember people talking about them. Are those
Yeah.
like some caffeinated capsules or something?
Yeah, they were like speed or something. Yeah.
Hey, washing him down with a Hanson's.
Yeah, exactly right. No, it was good times back then. And well, Randy, you
we did have a good time though, Steve. One of the funniest stories is when Randy probably doesn't like it that much. But
Great. Can't wait to hear this one.
after the Montreal Supercross, we went out and there was some club or whatever it was that was it was a grocery store turned into a club or a bar, whatever it was. So we went out with Randy raced in Canada that summer. So I think I came up and rode Suzuki for the same team he rode for. So the mechanics and all that came with us.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Course team. Course
Yeah.
Suzuki with
Course
Morgan
team, yeah.
with Chris Morgan.
Chris Morgan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I had did well. Randy was frustrated with how things went generally. But
Right,
Nicole
right.
was there, and so we had a good time. And then I remember disrespecting some people, and then Randy ended up getting punched.
Yeah, we could tell the real story. Yeah, you basically spit. I mean, let's be honest. He spit some beer on some people, right?
Okay.
And it was frowned upon, clearly.
Yeah.
And then a minute later, dude, I get knocked off my feet, dude, by this bouncer guy. Straight cold cocked me out of nowhere.
But you didn't. He thought you spit it, obviously.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Clearly.
Yeah. So he blows me off my feet. And I'm on the ground. I'm like, holy shit, that was wild. And then I got up and the dude.
Hey, did you spill your beer?
I
dude?
did not. I told him that too. I think I used some different wording, but I was like, man, you couldn't even knock the beer out of my hand. And then right after that, I got into a headlock and was thrown out the front door. Yeah.
Not before the dude who was my mechanic that night wheeled a shopping cart through the front window.
Yes.
It was a 10 by 10
What?
front window.
Oh, dude. So so we all get.
Dude, so these dudes are WWF size because I'm like, what? Somebody punched Randy? Who wants some? And then I see the dudes and I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, okay, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got thrown out or whatever, and one of the guys from the team came out and was talking smack to the bouncer, and then the bouncer pretty much just beat the shit out of him, right?
Oh yeah.
And then the guy's like, "Oh yeah." So a couple minutes later, he gets his shopping cart and he literally throws it through the front window of this club, and it's massive.
Right.
And we're like, "Oh my god!" So we all take off, and I was me, Nick, Nicole. I forget who picked us up. We got picked up in a van by somebody.
Yeah, so we're running. Nicole's in high heels. We're running over the top of cars, it's stuff people do in Canada. And then just so happened, Chad Sander picks us up in the van.
Chad
at the
Sander.
time.
That was it.
He's like the A team. He just rolls up,
Out of nowhere.
throws the slide door open.
We got a ride. Yeah, we actually got a ride to the place with Chad Sander because I think he worked for Yamaha at the time, and maybe Danny Smith was racing or something too. I don't remember. We got a ride to the place, and then we got A team picked up by Chad Sander on the way out.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Wow. I was with Nick up in Bercy, and things got out of hand. And he smacked the guy's mirror that drove really close to us.
Oh.
And he smacks the guy's mirror, and then the guy goes 20 feet and jams on the brakes, and he gets out, and Nick just takes off. And I'm like, All right, here we go,
The
man.
dude was massive. I didn't really mean to get him so aggressively either.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, he did cut it close to us on the street, but we were probably on the street,
Right.
so
Right.
I was like, oh my god, this guy, and he takes off running, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll run too. Like, I wasn't in quite a good shape either back then.
Right. Right.
So,
yeah.
so he was gonna catch me before he caught Nick.
Right.
So, yeah.
I was basically that wasn't me. That was Mathis.
Right. We got a call about. This is a Michigan guy, I think. Chris, is this Chris?
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Good. What's up? What's your question, man?
Hey, I got a question. So, originally from Flint, Michigan, Michigan guy, and I live in Denver now. But great conversation you guys are having, and I wanted to have a kind of a discussion of the elephant in the room is the king of Cadillac. We haven't discussed him yet, and your races with him.
Who's the king of Cadillac?
Mr. Bob Mugen, Mad Dog.
I don't know who that is.
I know who it is.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we know him. He's a super good dude. He was a
Yeah.
little bit old enough, though, so we didn't hang out with him too much. But he's
old as shit.
Okay, so there was a guy who was just the king of Cadillac. Like nobody could beat him.
Well, no, Bob actually he raced for a while.
Right, he's
actually
like, I don't
probably
know.
one of the top guys in Michigan, and he just wanted to give you some shit.
Oh, okay. All right.
I know
Yeah.
back in the day, Kelly, when you were super young, I know he used to I think he used to beat you maybe when you were like 12.
Yeah.
And Bob was like 35.
Right. Okay.
And it was, but no, yeah, I just wanted to hear about that a little bit. And I don't know if you guys have much of a friendship with him or not. And I know Bob's got a pretty big name in Michigan. I don't know if he still does anymore, but
Did you guys know him?
I know. Yeah, I
Yeah.
100% know who he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but-
as far as a relationship, not really, right?
No,
I mean, I knew he
didn't-
was obviously a little bit older than us growing
Right.
up racing and stuff like that. But yeah, good dude always, right? Like was fast back in the day for sure.
Yeah.
Don't.
Are we talking like Stanton era?
No.
Or are we talking after Stanton?
No,
No.
not that much. He's like around swing speed, probably.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Swingster.
yeah,
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 okay,
yeah.
all right, got it. Yeah. All right, thanks, Chris.
no. Anyways, I just thought I'd chime in and
No.
just talk some trash a little bit.
Thanks, man.
Right on.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Chris.
Hey,
Yeah, have a
Nick,
good one.
Nick, it's actually funny you called because earlier we did the X-Brown Golgo tear-offs, and the question was my favorite memory of Michigan. What was it? Yeah, something like, what did I?
Yeah, you like your favorite Michigan
My
memory or
favorite
something?
Michigan memory, and I talked about how I worked for you, hanging out with T-Way, doing all that. But then I also work with Kelly Smith, and you lost out, Nick, on the favorite Michigan memory because my favorite Michigan memory was with Kelly Smith walking into a bar in Ludington, and the DJ saying Kelly fucking Smith's in the house, and I was like, we are fucking arrived. Like he was like Usher, and I was like Usher's friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We never. Wow, Nick never took me to any, DeWitt bars
Right.
where they announced his arrival.
Right.
So they never.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same thing. Like these stories are like memorable because these were not times that were normal for me, I guess, right? Like these.
Right.
That one time we went out and I had like my second beer ever. That was crazy, huh?
Yeah, no, it was a good time over there on the west side of Michigan. So
But it's weird though, because Nick and I didn't grow up racing with Kelly Smith. Like he didn't come in.
because they were on the.
Well, no, he didn't even come to the picture until like what? We had to have been like 16 years old almost at that point, Nick, before we started seeing him, right? Like 15, 16?
Because I think
Like you probably would have still been riding. I think the first time I ever saw him, I was on like a super mini and he was on a 125, and he about killed me at Morelands because he was like sketchy.
Yeah.
And then I think he started riding 80, and then other people that were like serious about racing in Michigan were like super bothered by him because he was fast but like crazy reckless.
Yeah.
if I remember right, he told me this, like he didn't race AMA races because of something or another. So they did all those outlaw log road stuff or whatever, right?
Well, he's literally he's maybe like 2 hours north of me. So
Yeah.
he would have had to have gone like 2 hours to go race because all those are
Right.
like from where I'm at south.
Right.
So he raced like that guy. Like Chris, who just called, he was talking about Cadillac. There's a few tracks out there that Rainey and I have never even been to that are pretty rad. That don't have AMA races. So like, he could have raced and not really had competition, or I don't know, because obviously his dad was into riding. So
we went somewhere with him, and Todd DeHoop was there, and DeHoop was probably 10 years past his prime.
Yeah.
At this point, and DeHoop was as fast as Kelly or faster.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at fucking DeHoop.
I was just telling Holiday last weekend about, he was asking about some of his kids continuing to ride A or B, and I'm like, the thing is there needs to be some races that pays a couple bucks, because I remember going to races where like DeHoop would be there to make a couple bucks beyond, past his day job,
Right.
and he was still fast.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like 15, 16. And I remember my dad laughing at me because I'd be like super mad, and I'm like, DeHoop ran me off the track, and he'd be like, "Are you going to keep trying to pass him on the outside?" Like that happens every time. Like he hole shots you, and then obviously you're faster, but
Right.
you try to pass him on the outside, and he pushes you off the track every time.
That's a man that you're trying to steal money from, and he's not going to let it
Yeah,
happen.
yeah,
that-
yeah. And
that-
that's exactly what I was saying to Holiday about like needing to get his kids out and riding and get some dudes like
Yeah.
that ride well.
That happened a lot like years ago where you would be the young kid getting into pro and A class and
Right.
you'd be racing these older guys that are there to make their fucking rent.
Well,
Yeah.
it was like the Florida Winter Series, right? When like Keith
Dude.
Johnson would come down and Treadwell and all
Right.
those guys,
Well,
right? Like that was
yeah.
like
Well,
but there was big money involved there, right?
We had,
like
we had Rusty Holland on the show last week. Russ said growing up, when he turned like 17, Ricky Ryan and Dean Matson in NorCal.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's, and I know this era better than you guys because I'm like a dorky fan. That's 7 to 8 years past when Ricky Ryan and Dean Matson were racing nationals.
Right.
And they would hand him his lunch money, he said.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah.
work him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
how,
but at the same
you
time,
know,
like those fall classics or those four-stroke national events, like those were all based around 125 and 250s with some of those like whatever they were XRs at the time. And
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
guys out there,
yeah.
like a 790 KTM or whatever it was.
easy, bro.
But anyways, like
Two-time champion here, me and Kay Smith. Just want to put that out there.
so Mike Brown would race like he rode a Honda Troy at the time. He would ride 125 and 250, like both classes, and like. I went to a bunch of those. I'm sure so did Randy, and we were like 15, 16 racing
Yeah.
Mike Brown, who's like 25, and like
Yep.
getting like fourths and thirds in nationals.
Right,
So it was
right.
sick experience for us.
You learn a lot quick.
Yeah, you do, right?
Especially when
Yeah,
you like
quick.
I remember going from B class to A class, you're like, shit, we're racing for money. It's a lot different. It's a lot
Shit got
different.
real.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and okay, so yeah, like Red Dog, we went in Florida, and Vince Devane was still there.
Oh, yeah, and Vince
I
would take
raced Vince Devane when I went
Dude.
down to Florida. Like
Vince Devane had to have been like 45 years old.
Yeah.
he was aggressive.
Right, right. So, hey, John Kitch or Maximoff, who was the faster Michigan guy that never made it?
oh man, both really good.
John Kitch was Randy's mechanic at one point.
Yeah, he was. He was.
JFK.
Yep. JFK. Johnny fucking Kitch.
Oh, Johnny fucking
Johnny
Kitch.
fucking Kitch.
I mean, I'd go with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny fucking Kitch.
I don't know, man. Like Maximoff was really, really good on little bikes, right?
Yeah.
And never really. I mean, he kind of. he's kind of basically fell off there at the end.
Right.
Basically after his mini bike career, basically.
He never
right?
rode big bikes, you don't think?
He did, but like
But never-
never,
yeah,
like
yeah.
right, Nick. I mean, we never.
Yeah, but I did see though I saw someone posted last week maybe of a picture of him on an 80,
Mhm.
and it said that his best finish as a pro was 8.
Oh, so he. I mean,
I
he
do
did,
remember
but he was
I
pretty.
do remember at some mud races, him and Tom Barron did really well, like top 10.
Oh, Tom Barron.
Oh, you're right. At like Budds Creek or something, I think, dude.
Yeah, Bud's Creek
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I forgot about Tom Barron.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
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 But we
But,
were like we were so much younger than John Kitch that we don't like remember him riding.
True.
Right? We
Yeah.
remember like the stories of John Kitch as a 80 rider, but we don't. At least I don't remember like, oh my goodness. I remember he came and rode with me at Smith's, but he was like he rode a KTM at the time and had a Pico gear and whatever, and he wasn't like he just did some whips.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kitch was, pretty.
Kitch was good though.
He was on Swink level. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah,
right,
yeah,
it was a him and Swink back
Yeah.
back in the day. So,
Yeah.
pretty.
No, and and I think like any of those guys like that were from our area that were standouts were like exceptional because the conditions were tough.
Right, right.
And it's kind of like we kind of come from a spot where like nobody want to give the next guy too much credit, and they're definitely not getting any like media notoriety, you know.
Right. Wow. They can't all be as good as Ryan Valade.
Right. He's good.
5th and 40 plus. I mean, it sure would be nice to see a Valade versus Valade showdown down there.
Oh man, Nick, that would be nice to watch.
This is what I'm getting. at.
Right.
This is what I'm getting at, Paul.
I talked to Ryan. He said he's not going back until he can until he's 45.
Yeah, until I sponsor him to race you.
Well, I mean, you can do that as well. You can do that as well.
Personally sponsored Nick Way Racing.
Dick move.
That is a dick move.
You just make Nick bring your bike out there.
Pit boarding duties last time.
I pit board from last time. Well, the first cold
I know.
motos, then I had to bail.
We split. We
Oh,
split.
yeah.
Yeah. You were the first, and I brought it home. Top 5
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
Davey.
No, I was happy for him. He did good that year. He was good.
What did he get?
He got 5th.
Oh, he got 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed
But it
it.
was like Brown
Yeah.
won, I think,
Right.
and then there was some
Gruy
other.
was there too.
Gruy was
Yeah, he
there.
rode awesome that
Karsten,
year.
like there was.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, and I've been following Ryan Valade's riding forever, and this is probably the most solid racing he's ever done. So I was giving Randy shit the whole time. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think you got Ryan.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Oh boy, good times.
we'll see.
So this has been building up. This is why I had to call and discuss this, because I knew Paul was there, and you potentially dabbling in old 760, old pro race number you got. I mean, I see where you're trending here too, Steve.
Listen, nobody takes Loretta's as serious as Parabinos. Nobody. So
I think you're right.
Plenty of people do.
Yeah, oh man, you're pretty serious, dude. I don't even know you sometimes when you're at Loretta Lynn's.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
very serious.
Very. Which I get it. If you're gonna go and do it, let's do
Right.
it. But
Well, Kiefer went. He went twice, and he's like, I'll never do it again.
yeah,
He spent too much money. It was too much work.
yeah, and he was in an awful spot. He was parked back in it rained
He was
and
in
it
the
was
mud.
Oh, he was
in
all
the
stoked that
mud.
he got a hookup. He thought he
Wow.
got stoked to get a hookup. No,
I remember walking over to his motorhome and it was like just mud all the way up to his doorstep.
yeah, that's,
Like,
That's
it
not
was-
comfortable.
No, that's not
No,
comfortable. No.
that makes it for a rough week.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's not going again.
I mean, maybe Aiden will go and race, and he'll go. I don't think he's going to put the effort in to go race and do it himself.
It surprises me.
Yeah.
He seemed pretty into it.
Well, I don't know. I think he was looking at his pocketbook and being like, "What the hell did I?"
Yeah.
But he did get a pretty sweet trophy that he points out to me every time I go to his house.
Yeah.
So there is that. All right. Anything else, Nick?
Good catching up, boys.
Yeah, always fun. Valade was here, and he was upset that we didn't take him on a mountain bike ride. I guess, but I didn't. You didn't ask me. You could have just said, "Hey, can I go mountain biking, Valade?" And we would have went.
Yeah. Well.
But I can't read your mind. I didn't know you wanted to go.
Yeah. I like doing stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I like to get outside.
Well,
Especially with these electric ones nowadays. I mean, I feel like I'd be pretty good on that. Right? I got shoes.
I just, yeah. I mean, I got a few extra tasers, so we could
Yeah.
have went.
Yeah.
You guys should go tomorrow morning.
There you go.
I
You want to
ain't
go
gonna-
tomorrow morning?
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Nah. I gotta get home. Someone's gotta take the kids to school.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
All right. So Nick, again, before we hang up, you apologize to Randy for jumping on it in St. Louis and running over his head.
No, the over the head thing was a conscious effort to go over some sort of protection.
Right. He was saving your neck.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
Carry on, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Later, dude.
All right. That's the great Nick way, everybody. NYK. You want to talk about somebody who's all in?
Oh man.
All in.